I never drink in this Oculus Rift. It's a devil's gambit.
Yeah, you better be careful. You gotta knock back your whole head, bruh.
I think I'm just gonna wait until the face mask is off.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till mine is off.
Just drink through it.
Leo's just chugging.
Oh, yo, whoa, whoa.
You don't like sake?
Things have gotten better since Ninja times.
I agree. Sake is, I don't know.
If
I like
ninjas
sake.
were alive nowadays, they would be thrilled to crack open a Miller Lite. They're like, oh man.
I think it tastes like really cheap wine. Like
Well,
they just cut it with vodka.
It's rice wine. I mean, it's a little different. I think the ninjas would be appreciative of their heritage.
I would appreciate it if you laid off.
Nice.
I don't. That
Thanks.
well,
Really
first,
got him with that digger.
first off, did you say digger or dagger?
Dagger.
Either way, I didn't like it. Second, this is my feelings here.
This isn't a video game, okay?
Whoa, yeah.
Ninja Gaiden,
Whoa, yeah.
video games,
Whoa, yeah.
book club,
Whoa, yeah.
Ninja Gaiden,
Ninja Gaiden. Ninja
Hayabusa,
Gaiden. I'm Ninja Gaiden.
Ryu,
I am Hayabusa.
Hayabusa,
Whoa, yeah.
Ninja Gaiden,
Whoa, yeah.
video games,
Oh, oh, oh,
book club,
oh.
Ninja Gaiden. Welcome to Video Game Book Club. Welcome, welcome. So, this is a show about games, about books. Read both, read the code, doesn't matter, and where you go. Just as long as you play.
These are like the opening monologues on like Fallon or something.
It's pretty much found.
Yeah, they actually asked me first.
Just do the opening monologue. Jimmy sucks at it.
Why'd you say no? Why are you with us at Video Game Book Club instead?
Because, are you kidding me? Have you seen the set?
Here or there? Yeah.
I'm just kidding, I didn't get it.
You didn't get the part?
I tried out as Jimmy.
Hey, I'm Jimmy.
I'd like to take the role of Jimmy Fallon.
We're not auditioning. It's his show.
You'd be a great brother, though. Bring in.
That's what the casting director told me.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's why I
Jimmy,
have
we
this
got a brother for you.
tiny mug, little brother.
Oh, I see. Mm.
So the video game today, if you haven't guessed, through Ryu Hayabusa and Ninja Gaiden, it's Ninja Gaiden.
Whoa!
For the Nintendo Entertainment System and Family Computer Famicom.
Mm-hmm. Leo, are you seeing over there?
I want to take this thing off, so I'm going to quick address what I am. I am supposed to be Gray Fox, Cyber Ninja.
The ultimate ninja.
I'm Olga as Gray Fox.
Oh, you're Olga.
You're Olga.
I'm Gray Fox too.
Cyber Hayabusa, Cyber Gaiden.
Cyber Gaiden. Snake! My cousin!
What if you would have did that horrible Borat impression and slit Jake's throat off?
Yeah.
Love to die by those words.
This show would live on in infamy.
Yeah.
Man, pride in here, dude.
Be famous for all the wrong reasons. Yeah, that was probably just straight up blackness.
I could peek through the bottom a little bit, so I have no excuse for that ending I did on our theme song.
Gray Fox was just playing a game on Oculus the whole time he was killing people. Didn't even realize that he won the game.
He was playing Metal Gear Rising Revengeance.
That's a tight backstory.
This is Joe's game.
Yeah. Ninja Gaiden.
Did you play it as a kid much?
No, I actually didn't play it as a kid. I discovered it pretty late, really. Our friend Aaron Priest always used to talk about Ninja Gaiden for Xbox. He's like, dude, it's the hardest game ever. I promise. And I was like, well, I don't have an Xbox, so I played the next best thing, which was an emulator with Ninja Gaiden Original. And I was like, oh, shit.
It's talking pretty low of Xbox.
What?
That's the best thing that the Xbox is an emulator. Not completely false.
No. That I was just saying next best thing to me playing.
The real thing.
Yeah, the real thing.
When did you end up picking it up?
I was probably, it was when I had my original DS, so it was like early high school probably.
Okay.
Or something like that. And it actually had on the DS emulator a rewind function, which I ended up having to use to beat this game the second time around. But I just fell in love instantly. I was like, this is one of the best games for NES.
I really enjoyed playing that game. Like, if after it got, past a couple hours or however long we played it, it got grating. But, like, switching off with me and Joe and Sam was there.
It's almost easier to switch off on those games. To have somebody take the burden, because some levels just aren't yours. I mean, right when you start it, I'm not the one to finish this.
And you still, learn it by seeing other people doing it.
Especially with boss battles.
Inches better.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's what I miss about games a little bit. They used to be based off of kind of memorization and getting better at a level, but now you can just kind of blow through a level and not even take in anything that you did. But every level in Ninja Gaiden, I feel like I had to become an expert ninja to beat.
Totally, that's exactly it.
Well, games nowadays are just instant gratification. They're not hard.
No. It's just like watching a movie where you press a few buttons. I mean,
Some of them literally are, yeah.
I know. I was actually, I shouldn't have expected anything different, but Halo 4 actually blindsided me by how much I liked it. The AI in the game was kind of smart. You actually had to flank them and everything, but that's beside the point. The last boss, every Halo has a boss battle, and this one is a cutscene where you press RT to stick a grenade on him, and then he's dead. And that's the worst shit that they've done. Call of Duty is kind of at fault for the button sequence there. I guess you could blame God of War too, but God of War does it right.
That's Gears of War 2 also. The way that ends, you're in the helicopter and you just press RT and it Hammer of Dawn's this big creature, and that's the end.
It's a really cool looking creature too. That's the biggest bummer when they build it up and they have an awesome set and an awesome boss to kill, and that's all it is.
But this game gave me the feeling of reward like Contra 3 did for us.
I was drawing so many comparisons to Contra 3 while I was playing it.
Right, yeah. Well, the influences of this game are definitely visible.
Yeah.
It's got a very Castlevania feel to it.
Yeah,
NES Castlevania.
The big one.
Yeah.
And even Metroid with the wall bouncing too, because that was the first time really. You had to do that in a game.
Was this before or after Castlevania?
This was post Castlevania. This came out 88 in Japan, 89 in the US, and it was made by Tecmo, so it was not made by Konami or anything. But the way that you get flung back when you get hit is exactly the same as Castlevania 1 through 3. They pretty much lifted that right out of there, and that's something that a lot of people complain about because it's an instant death and it sucks.
Lots of times, yeah.
But
that's why it's designed, though.
It's part of the game for sure.
Like, I remember you talking about bad level design, and when I encountered that at first, I mean, of course, that's what runs through your mind. But then you think, like, no, there's, I mean, a reason that they put this type of enemy at this kind of gap. Like, with the straight up hammer bros, you know, when you're trying to jump all the gaps and they have the perfect arc for you to get hit. It really makes you snipe out tiny gaps of time. Like, like there's some parts that I thought you had to get hit in order to pass, but then I actually like looked like a straight up ninja just by speed running through it, and you can make it through, which is really cool.
Yeah, I like that aspect of it where the mobility is just like really crisp.
Yeah, especially for the NES. I mean, there's a little bit of the old NES clunk to it, but what game hasn't carried that with them?
Right, because I mean, you think about, you know, pretty much 4 years prior to this game, you know, Super Mario Brothers came out and pretty much solidified platforming physics. Like, it actually had momentum when you would jump and move.
You would, like, skid.
Yeah, exactly. And that was not in games before, really. I mean, Super Mario created a physics system that still is used by a lot of platformers. That's why people have a violent reaction when it's not, like, weighty like that, because people are like, Sackboy is floaty? What is this? You know?
Yeah.
Which is the problem I actually had with the Little Big Planet.
Is that what you said when you got it?
Sackboy is floaty?
She's
what
talking
is
about
this?
himself.
Brother.
You were like 12 when the PS3 came out.
Yeah.
No, but I think there's a reason that the NES is regarded as the best gaming console to really come out. I mean, everything they experimented with so much on the NES, even music in a game. Like, they made some dope tracks on the NES
for sure.
with what little they had.
They didn't have avatars. They didn't have Mii's.
That's
or
true.
custom themes for $4.99 each.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm okay with that.
Strong stance.
I say let's get back to what games are made for, and that's playing.
Oh, power to the players.
No fantasy football on my Xbox One.
He's calling out. He's calling out Sergeant Nelson or whatever that guy's name.
Sergeant 1.
Major Nelson.
Major Nelson. Whatever, part of the army, Xbox army that guy's in.
Yeah. Some of the stuff about this game, it seems like, I mean, there's a lot that's like good, smart design. But there's also parts that it's hard to imagine that they like
did
predicted.
It on purpose,
Yeah, like a lot of times to deal with the Hawks, which fuck you. Fuck the Hawks.
We're just gonna fucking...
They'll like swoop in,
That's
and if you keep moving or if you back up, you can play with it so that they despawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they just disappear because you can't see them anymore. And I don't know how much of that was like
on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd agree with that.
I agree with that too. And that there's one part in 6-2, I think it is like this infamous block where there's a throwy fucker.
Yeah.
And then a hawk is swinging around, and it's like impossible to shoot the gap because each time you kill the hawk, another hawk spawns immediately.
I think that's in 3. I remember this happening.
A worse
4.
A worse version.
A worse version?
In 6. That's like really hard to get past unless you like glitch away the guy by moving to the left and then coming back and he doesn't spawn.
That's the thing about that despawning. I mean, you can almost rely on it throughout the whole game to get through enemies. It's like, it's a way of killing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it was fun to play with that. Like
break
whether or
it
not
as
it
a
was
player.
intentional, I liked it.
I mean, we'll take any break we can get with this fucking game.
Yeah, it's really hard. I don't think we've really like stated just how hard it is.
No, it's... I was looking up a boss guide the other night because I was stuck on the 3rd boss, and I figured, I mean, it's an NES game. I'm probably like halfway through it on stage 3. No, not even close. There's what, 8 or 9 stages to it, I want to say, and each one has tiered floors that you have to go through also. So
There's
I mean,
6.
There's 6.
There's 6.
There's 6 stages only.
Yeah.
There's the 6
What?
So you kind of were. Yeah, there's 6. There's like a 5-4.
Is 6 way longer? I remember a lot of people talking about the last level design in particular.
Oh man, 6 is tear it.
Is it a Mega Man type?
It's
horrible?
Yeah, this is what happened. Like, they make you run through all 5 stages of 6. And at the end of it, there's 3 forms of the last boss. The second form, impossible. It's so hard. It shoots these fireballs out of it, and you just have to dodge them, but they track you so well that you have to have a very specific way of dodging them. You basically run on the bottom floor left and right, and it's like your dad or something. The story in this game is pretty weird.
It's weird that they took so much time with it too.
Oh yeah, this is like X-Play said it was the first console game
to have cutscenes.
Before
it, I think it was only a PC game. What is that? Karateka is another Karateka, yeah.
And I guess Pac-Man, if you count that.
Checker.
Pac-Man or Donkey Kong have tiny cutscenes.
Yeah.
But nothing like this. This is a
built story
They're
too.
cool
I mean,
looking.
they want you to watch the cutscenes. There's an accumulated 20 minutes of cutscenes with this game, which is outrageous for the NES. I mean, that's fucking Metal Gear Solid status back then.
Back then, yeah, because you didn't have any cutscenes.
And I brought this up with Joe last night. Is like, not only was it the first game with cutscenes, is they had skippable cutscenes.
Yeah, thank God.
Games still fuck up.
Yeah. Why do games assume that you want to watch it? Or to me, it feels like they're saying, "No, fuck you. We paid a lot for this cutscene. We spent a lot of time on it. You're gonna watch it."
I guess,
but it's disrespectful to people playing it again.
Yeah, very true. What's up with the fuckers that change up the skip button? Like Resident Evil makes me press the back button to skip a cutscene, and I didn't figure that out until halfway through the game.
When a cutscene starts and I don't want to watch it, I'm hitting every button.
I'm hitting
Same.
I'm hitting
Yeah.
start.
I'm hitting every button.
I'm hitting start, and your A, your X, your B, your whatever game you're playing, the bottom one of the 4. It's the one you jump with in every game on every console.
But Tecmo actually patented that. It was called Tecmo Theater. That technique they used. Yeah, which is kind of weird that they like kind of patented.
Well, I think they took pride in it. I mean, they really, really wanted to push that this was a story-driven game, which is weird that they released an arcade version of the game that had literally no story to it right at the same time that this game came out. I was wondering about that because, I mean, you'd think that maybe they'd release a lesser version of the game for a country that they can't bring the actual console version to, but it was in every arcade, and it was just like another Twin Dragons, beat 'em up type deal.
Yeah, well, they developed them at the same time.
Yeah.
So like, neither of them were really aware what the others were doing.
Was it still Tecmo that was making the arcade?
It must have been 2 Tecmo teams or something.
Yeah, they must have been split down the middle.
But I think that's kind of bizarre. But yeah, they did it because the word ninja was getting popular.
Yeah. That's the whole reason that they made this game too. Like, that's the basis of let's make a ninja game, and it ended up being one of the most revolutionary games to date.
Yeah.
Like,
You didn't think this is the story they always wanted to tell? Whatever this story was about?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the story's about, even after reading a synopsis and watching all the cutscenes.
I know that the blade is cursed, it has the devil incarnate inside, and whoever wields it can use it, but Ryo Hayabusa is too good to use the devil.
Yeah.
Or no, this one, it's an idol, or it's a little statue.
Yeah, it's 2 statues, and when they're brought together, it can end the world, and there's like a weird cult leader who's trying to get both of them so he can end the world. Which sounds cool when you say it like that, but it's like not explained like that.
No.
That sounds badass when you say it on paper.
They should have had you do it.
Yeah,
you
they
can
should
explain it clearly.
I just would have came in the pixel guy. This is a cult leader coming for this.
You're gesturing at a board with all the details?
There's a part like that we ran into. I don't know, I think it was 3 or 4. Some guy just starts giving you some fucking lecture in the middle of it, like in between
I don't know,
stages.
I skipped quite a few cutscenes after playing at your house.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's cool that they look cool visually and that they're some of the first cutscenes, but they're not like super well written.
They tried out a different kind of art style for the cutscenes too, which was a little cool.
I thought
instead of going the whole anime approach that like every Final Fantasy game used before that, they went for more like the what is that? What is the manga that Loot? What's the one you showed us, the really cool car chase scene?
Oh, Lupin the Third.
Lupin the Third, yeah. Yeah, it was kind of more like that style animation.
Yeah, it was definitely Lupin the Third influenced for sure. But whoa.
When a ninja gets hot.
Okay, I thought you were bare chest for a second.
That would have been tight.
When a ninja gets hot. Shows his pecs off. But what'd you guys think of the game, though? Did you have fun, or for the most part, no? Fuck
yeah, no, I really enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I mean, I'm not someone who gets super nostalgic about video games. I try to look it up objectively because there are lots of games that I loved as a kid that I pick up again and be like, this is not up to my current standards
all the time to me. Yeah.
But this game, it holds up. Not like it could come out today for $60 and be perfect.
Yeah,
but it's so much fun to just go through.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if I'd enjoy it by myself.
Okay.
But just switching it back and forth was like a really good gaming experience.
Yeah.
I was hesitant on buying it. I got it for $4.99 on the DS on the eShop, which is actually, as he was saying, not a $60 game, but $5 it's totally worth the buy. And
well, it was on sale. It's normally $60. $200 for the collector's edition.
You get a little Ryu. No, but I actually ended up flying through a lot more of it within the past 2 days than I expected to. Yeah, basically went through a little over half of the game in 2 days, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think for me, though, the competitive edge of playing with somebody is almost still there, though, just because you know it's such a hard game that makes you want to beat it that much more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. Like, knowing that, so few people have beaten a game is a huge driving force.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was for Contra 3. Oh, I wish we could do a video game book club for Contra 3, because that game is the shit. But just knowing that people are like, when I told people that me and Jake beat it, people were like, bro, you didn't beat it. They were in disbelief that we beat it, and that feels so good. That's nice. The highest form of flattery, when people are like, don't believe you didn't do that.
That's one of the only gaming standards that I can hold near and dear. Otherwise, it's like when I'm talking about my best game, I say, I got 5 million points on Geometry Wars. Everyone's been playing Geometry Wars 2. You get 5 million in 5 minutes. And the first one, let me tell you, that was an hour-long game.
Points aren't what they used to be. The exchange rate is plummeting.
No, that's the one thing. From Modern Warfare 1 to Modern Warfare 2, they just gave you 200 points instead of 20. New games, new points.
New points. Up to points. We need more. People are hungry for
same amount, but more.
That's one of my favorite things about the PlayStation 4 as a console, is that it's when you go on the trophy list, you can see the % of people that got that.
Yeah, that makes me feel really good.
Yeah, because then I definitely go for those more.
Oh, yeah.
I've gotten some pretty rare ones on Ollie Ollie 2 so far.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I almost wish they had more metrics for that. Like, how long into the game it took before people on average got that. And if your average is better, they probably have a lot of information they're not telling us.
I'm sure Sony got some good feedback on that, actually, and it was just meant to be a little quirk in there. I bet you they'll start building off that
I
a
hope
little bit more in games.
It's really cool.
Because that's what people randomly started getting interested in, was the stats. Like, all of a sudden, I mean, it didn't matter how many times I died when I was playing games online on the fucking PS2, but then all of a sudden Call of Duty comes out, everyone's like, how many times have I died as opposed to how many times I've killed? I need to be above 1.
Yeah.
Above 1. How many headshots?
And now I just want to see, have any cute girls gotten this trophy? What are their phone numbers?
Can I find my wife here?
Do they like gamers? They should definitely build off that. Yeah. I think that's a huge strength, and I can see it coming in a future update.
I think the little things like that are really important in video games. It's, I mean, not hard to do, and I think it's the thing that's overlooked the most. There's a lot. That's why Hollywood taking over is really a bad thing when on paper it looks like a good thing. You take away all the little things, and instead you're shown everything. Like, I remember playing Spider-Man 2. There's a cutscene where he flips through the city, and I'm like, why didn't you just let me do that?
That is so true. Anytime there's like a trailer for a game or an opening cutscene where the character's like flipping around doing crazy shit, I'm like, I fucking guarantee you the game is not like that.
And then I can't even shoot webs in the game.
He plays Peter Parker the whole time before he had powers.
Take pictures.
Just an amateur photographer going through puberty.
I mentioned this to you guys in the group text, but I think that's one thing that I really, really like about Ninja Gaiden, that the way that they designed the platforming, that you have to jump back from wall to wall, which I mean they hadn't really done at this time, even though it's a little messed up because you can only get on top of a platform by jumping from the adjacent wall. You can't actually climb up. But it makes you look like an actual ninja. Like, when you're speedrunning it, you're zapping back and forth, and it just looks cool almost. I would actually really, really like to see somebody that's good at the game play it and do a fast speedrun, because I think that would be enjoyable to watch. Even.
I would like to watch just all the runs where we beat the level, just like played back and forth.
Give you like a Super Meat... Oh, never mind. Not Super Meat Boy, where you beat the level, not where you...
Yeah.
Get fucked
No,
up.
I have no interest in watching that. That not being able to climb up over the top of ladders was like it bothered me every time. I was like, how could they not have thought of that?
That's
now
one
I
of the,
see what you're saying. Like, if you just
I still think that was
anyway.
a design flaw, but I mean they had it. I mean they already have the bouncing back and forth. You don't need to have to only jump onto a platform from the other side. I don't know.
Yeah.
I still think that that's
It's
a design
weird.
flaw. Maybe it was something when they made the game that they couldn't add in, but
Joe, did it hold up for you?
Yeah, I think it did.
from 5 years ago.
Yeah, from a long time ago.
That is actually more, yeah.
Because Metal Slug 3, I played that again, and that didn't hold up. And that was only from 5
Really?
years ago. Yeah. I mean, the animation's beautiful, but maybe it's just the way that we were playing. Like, you know, just on PS4, unlimited continues, so nothing feels like it has any weight to it. You know? Like, nothing feels like it matters.
Yeah, I watched you play that.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jake.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, that looked really not worth it doing, just because the unlimited continues.
Yeah,
It's like, what is even the point?
it's that shit, that instant gratification shit I was talking about.
It's like something, you know, they didn't even think about. It's just like, yeah, I mean, you can just press start and go again because you can't put money in.
I mean,
But, like, you'd have to change that to make that game worthwhile. You can't just take that out and then...
Yeah.
I would actually like it if they had a quarter adaptation where you plug in a USB and
You
put in quarters.
buy the game and then you have to physically fill it up with quarters.
Yeah, but you don't ship them the quarters. You only get your quarters back when you beat the game, and it gives you a code to unlock it. That'd be tight.
Yeah.
That'd be a good piggy bank, actually. Even if it was a
That would
shitty
be a
game.
good piggy bank.
Yeah.
When
That'd
you're
be
old enough
awesome.
to beat this
Oh,
and you go to
man.
college.
It just goes into your savings. We got something big here, dude. Get an arcade machine, and every time you play it, you're just adding to your savings.
This idea now is a patent on it. Don't even.
Don't.
Think
We
about
patented
it.
I hope this
Don't
is playing in a
think about it.
courtroom in 20 years. Yeah, right here.
They have to watch the whole proceeding shit
Yeah, exactly.
before this. We're making you watch all 40 minutes.
The boys clearly thought of this first. Also, they did a cool theme song. You should check it out for sure right now.
Today we're ruling Ninja Gaiden. Good or guilty?
Of Ninja versus the people.
Alright, so, I mean, let's just go with the ratings then. What would you guys rate it? Not necessarily as an indie game,
Nah,
but just
it's a weird
like,
metric.
yeah, just as it holds up today. Like, what would you grade it?
Fucking A minus. B
Whoa, hell yeah.
That
A
is
minus,
cool.
B minus?
plus. A minus or B plus.
A
Okay.
minus, B minus.
I was like, that's a big gap. Okay,
You could
I heard
pass,
you
you could
wrong.
fail.
It's a pass fail, of course.
It's actually kind of right. This game passes in every way except it fails too. No, I'm gonna give the game a B. I really, really love this game. It's my style game. I mean, they got it down. You're not punished so much when you die that you want to drop the game, even though you will, I mean, rage quit quite a few times if you do try to beat the game. But, I mean, it's good. It's really good. I'm still gonna beat it. I'm probably gonna buy the second and the third one. It's just those little things about it that I have to give it a B. That, I mean, if it was made today, they would really improve on.
Mm-hmm. I think you might have given it a B- if you got to 6 and tried to beat it legit, because that's why I give it a B. I probably would have gone B+ A- too, but 6 is so crazy. The way it's just like the hardest set of levels, and then at the end of it you fight really hard bosses, and if you lose you go back to 6-1. Start all over.
Yeah, I haven't seen a second of 6, so that's probably...
Yeah, you know, that's why I decided hating on Mega Man 10. Because none of the other Mega Mans did it that bad,
they're pretty bad. Most of them are pretty tough at the end. Mega Man 2 is really tough at the end. I've beaten Mega Man 2, but boy, that shit is not easy.
That's just unnecessarily hard. I mean, that's a punishment instead of just being hard.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's... like, the difficulty up to that point, up till 6, is perfect. It's like really hard, but you're like rewarded for completing it. But this, you get to the last bosses, you can't even learn their patterns before you're sent all the way back and have to play all of it again.
That's the shit that sucks. It's like, I mean, okay, you go back a stage or a floor, that's not so bad because, I mean, you should get set back a little bit, but to completely redo a level that you've already perfected, it's just like... just to make that last bit of the game last longer, really.
Yep.
Because you're going to replay it at least 5-6 times.
People on the internet are always eager to say, oh, that wasn't that hard, or, you know, you gotta man up, or whatever, for a hard game like Hotline Miami 2 or whatever. But there is such a thing as being too hard, or hard in the wrong way.
Yeah, hard in the wrong way.
You can definitely... sounds like you can see the turn in this game to being hard in the wrong way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like...
it happens.
The Soul series, you die, you're allowed one chance to get your stuff back. It would be really just dumb hard if, I mean, they killed you and that's it. Like, you don't get to get anything back. That's why I like Ninja Gaiden, because they at least give you that respawn on the same floor 3 times. You get 3 chances, 3 strikes, you're out. I think that's fair. But to just do it right away and send you back a whole fucking level?
It's terrible.
It's unnecessary, really.
And yeah, I mean... stage 6 of Ninja Gaiden is hard in the wrong way, where it's like unnecessary punishment, and then something like Spelunky is hard in the perfect way.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Difficulty done right.
Yeah, you can improve, you can get better, and you can beat it in different ways. That's awesome.
Yeah, Spelunky is the most impressive display of difficult gaming I've seen, next to the Souls series probably.
That game, the reason I like how hard that game is because I give like roguelike games a lot more leniency about difficulty because it's different every time you play it. And Spelunky is really different every time you play it. And like, I mean, the way it's set up for you. It's
kind of set up where you can learn without using a guide necessarily. I mean, right away not so much, but like when we first saw our first sacrificial table, we're like, okay, there's no way that this is so nicely made and it's just part of the backdrop. So we tried taking an enemy's body over there and putting it on the table, and right away it disappeared. And it's like, you can make connections like that without having to look too deep into the game and just try things out, and it works. And that's really cool. Like, you can experiment with the game. And that's how you end up finding all the secrets, experimentation.
I have problems with games where, like, you have to look stuff up to know what's going on, or, like, hear it from someone. You know, that doesn't... I don't feel that.
I kind of like it in certain ways.
But Spelunky is, like, you're reading up on it and having a fucking blast.
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe this is in here. It's totally enjoyable by itself, but the more you read up on it, the more you're like, holy shit.
You affirm some of your theories, too, while reading it, too. You're like, that's totally what I thought I had to do.
Or, like, I just jumped right past that.
Yeah.
That's what Fez is like, too, actually. Like, that's a game where I was like, alright, this game's fine.
Did you finally give it a chance?
I love it.
You do?
I 100%ed it. I love it.
I feel like last time we talked about Fez, you were like, yeah, I never got it.
He's hated Fez.
I hated Fez, and then it's exactly like Spelunky, where it's not what it appears.
It's always looked like fun to me. I just haven't picked it up.
Crazy. Alright, spoiler. I'm going to spoil ya. I'm going to spoil y'all. There's this part of the game where there's this aha moment. I'm going to tell you guys it, because I actually didn't find it out on my own, which is embarrassing, but people who found it out were like, what? because there's like, you get to this random forest part, and it's like doesn't seem that significant, but there's like, what the hell is the saying? There's a
quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Yeah,
I heard about this.
Yeah,
it made me want to go play this game.
Yeah, you just see a quick brown fox jumping over a lazy dog, which is every letter obviously in the alphabet, and they're right next to this tome with a bunch of like weird inscriptions on it, and there's 26 of them, and you realize that's the alphabet. And there's been these words on the walls the whole game, and then you realize that you can decode them, and it tells you little like secrets to solve puzzles.
That's cool. That's awesome.
Like it'll, in one room it'll say like LRLLRR, and then you press that and it'll open up like a door. It's fucking awesome. That game is like a bunch of puzzles wrapped within a big puzzle.
It's not outright breaking the fourth wall, but that's like breaking the fourth wall in the best way, where it like is you doing it as a person.
Yeah.
You're physically, you have to figure shit out, whereas a lot of games you can just rely on your level cap. You just get new abilities. But even Ninja Gaiden, you have to physically get better at the game and think outside the box within the universe.
Yeah. Ninja Gaiden.
It's a couple of special games.
Ninja Shuriken.
And it's funny to me to think of this game in relation to Cosmic Osmo, which we covered last week. Check it out.
Link is up here.
Link's right there, baby.
Like Shaman,
right where our swords
like Shaman
touch.
Right, comment.
Right where our swords touch. That's where the link is.
That's where the spoiler alert popped up too.
Spoilers over there. Links
YouTube,
right here.
Please make adding annotations easier, because it's a nightmare every time.
Bing. And it's weird to think that game came out in the same year that Ninja Gaiden released in Japan.
Yeah.
We picked a game from the same exact year.
Which gameplay is better?
I think, like,
that's unfair.
Yeah. I think Ninja Gaiden has better gameplay, but atmosphere is probably better.
It's so interesting how much better the graphics are in Cosmic Osmo.
Yeah.
Like,
they get to spend more time on the graphics for sure.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah.
It's not praise to Cosmic Osmo to say that it's better graphics than Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting though.
Like they came out the same year, and it was before people were trying to make retro games. Like obviously we have Shovel Knight and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 in the same year.
Yeah.
But at this time, it's like, which do you focus on?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
It's cool.
Yep. Because NES had so many limitations. They actually like made the script butchered because the letters aren't actual sprites, they're like an image. So they had like a very limited amount of characters they could use, so they like watered down a lot of the script. That's probably why that story makes no sense.
The title screen would fuck up sometimes too when it would load up. I don't remember if that was for specific ports, because they ported it a couple times.
Yeah, they did. But that's Ninja Gaiden for you. Check it out. Buy it on eShop.
Really worth playing.
It really is.
It's worth a try.
Yep.
At least. At the very least. $5.
Yeah, I'd say this is the most widely most widely appreciable game we've covered so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, most people would get a kick out of this in some way or another, even as just a relic.
Mm-hmm.
This is something everyone can try out. Not everyone's gonna like it.
Hey, I didn't like the first level at all. World 2, I was like, okay, these are puzzles.
It's gonna kick your ass. There's no getting around that.
No getting around it, you're getting your ass
kicked. And sometimes when you get your ass kicked too much in a game, it just feels like, it's the game's fault almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big thing I hear with the Souls series. A lot of people blame the clunky combat system on why they don't like the...
You gotta adapt, baby.
That's pretty much me.
Yeah.
You gotta adapt, baby. See, he adapted.
Adapted.
Yeah, Ninja Gaiden. See, I can't adapt. That's my thing. Ninja Gaiden is jump and strike, so you gotta blame yourself. If I can't jump and strike, it's not that fucking hard.
Can that be the description for this video?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Man, yeah, it's a great game.
Mm-hmm. It's fun. I'm excited to see what other people bring to the table. We have some guests in the pipeline. We're not telling who.
Because they haven't confirmed yet.
Yeah, but hey, could be coming your way.
Might be a pretty girl, might be my dad, might be my brother, might be my sister, might be his sister, might be his dad. Either way, I'm gonna kiss him on the lips.
Might be my son, might be my brother, might be my uncle, might be my aunt, might be my sister, might be my dad, might be my uncle, might be my aunt, might be my dad,
might Ninja Gaiden,
might be my dad, might be my aunt, might be my dad, might be
Ninja Gaiden, Ninja Gaiden, Ninja Gaiden, Ninja Gaiden's a cool name. Bet you didn't know it means side story.
Whoa! Bet you didn't know it meant side story.
Bet you didn't know.
By Hori Products, video game products.
Gaiden sounds cool. That's why I got picked. Otherwise, it would have been different.
If it was different, I would say I'm gonna make an inference. I'll stay all day inside to play the Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden.
Fly.
Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden. Ninja. I don't want to make a beat with that. That's a far too nice Hattori Hanzo blade. Woo! Can everybody just clap?